week on Startline, we've come to, as you can see, a very wet Gurston farm in Wiltshire, where we are going to find out about the hidden world of hill climbing. Gurston Farm is home to Gurston Hill Climb School, and this week we've decided that our guinea pig should be our producer, David Harmon. David will be going through his paces in a Westfield, so let's take a look and see how he's getting on.
Today's course is split between those here for experience alone and those wishing to gain a Sprint National B licence for competing in hill climbs.
Walking the hill, we'll walk it in 3 groups.
As with the Ards course that Diana sailed through last week, the day begins with the serious messages about safety and driver technique. The difference here is that in a hill climb everything happens in a space of less than 40 seconds, so it's about getting it all together under great pressure. Top tip number 1 of hill climbing, walk the course. When you have less than a minute to run from bottom to top, the art is to be as smooth as possible, and it's amazing how much information you can get on foot, as Simon Harrett explains.
So we've just come over the finish line. Is there any prizes for walking it rather than driving?
Absolutely none at all, but you have gained some experience of where the course goes, and hopefully then when you are driving it, you're going to know the correct lines to take, and that's the reason for always walking a hill.
That done, there's a convoyed run up the hill before a first solo effort. But for the first time in 6 school days here in Wiltshire, the rain was falling.
You're just about to get out for your first run. How does the car feel?
Well, I don't know, I haven't driven it yet, but it started, which is a plus point. This is just the convoy run, and we'll see what it feels like. Walking it is one thing, but then you're like about 2 feet further down, and you're not quite sure what it's going to look like when you get there. But this should be quite fun, I think.
And as the instructors place themselves at strategic points to monitor your progress, it's a case of give it some throttle and commit. One-to-one talks follow, and it's here, more than anywhere, you learn the tricks.
14:28. Yeah, I've got for both runs very smooth and tidy. I think you.
Well, thank you very much.
Certainly going the right ways. The lines were right, the clipping points were right.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep progressively giving it a bit more. When you're going into carousel, you want to be only braking as you go down the straight bit where the brake, you come to the braking cone, just jump on the brakes, do not change down, wait till you've gone round the first right-hander, then change down in that little short straight. As soon as you can after you've got round.
So there you go, completely the opposite way round to a conventional technique into a tight right-hander. As the day went on and the sun came out, in the end, for nearly everyone on the course, confidence and commitment went up. Here's what it looks like from inside the cockpit. Into first, stride out now, grab second as soon as you can. About 10 seconds in, into third as soon as possible, and pull down fourth. Little confidence lift as you approach the first bend. Back on the gas, and then hard on the brakes. No servo on this car. Into carousel, so you're not changing down, and changing down when you've gone through the corner. Through, a little bit of a slide on the back. Up to ashes, very late clipping point on this, or you end up in the hedge. Up we go, grabbing third. 6,500 revs is the rev limiter here. Into fourth, and over the line. Those here to gain their licence have taken a short exam paper similar to that on the Ards course, but for me, I was staggered with my progress and the speed of hill climbing.
Now what about the cars themselves? Is there any specification on the cars?
No, you can do it in a straightforward road car. Very little needs to be done to it. Strut to break the light timing beam. Other than that, personal safety, a helmet, overalls, they're all set to go.
So anyone with a bug can just come along and make a day and come and drive on the track?
Absolutely, yes.
Jane, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, if you want to come hill climbing, this is all you need to do.
And this is it. Hill climb schools around the country, Gurston Down, Prescott, home of the Bugatti Owners Club, and Kerborough, better known as a sprint course. Courses cost from £110, and a licence grade will cost you £140. And having tackled the hills next week on Start Line, if we go around the cones.